co-host. Game of the week is B-Rap Boys.
B-Rap Boys is a side-scrolling arcade beat-em-up for up to 3 players, released in 1992 by Kaneko. It is a sequel to the 1989's DJ Boy, which produced an interesting take on American street culture through a Japanese lens. It is also notable for having one of the first licensed soundtracks, and it's quite a banger. Storyline is a typical of a lot of beat-em-ups of the time: defeat a crime boss and his henchmen. Although the game takes place in the same universe as DJ Boy, no characters return. You can now choose from 3 entirely different unnamed characters. One on a skateboard, the other riding a bike, and the last on roller skates. Much like its predecessor, B-Rap Boys features both auto-scrolling and free roam sections, with the scrolling being a lot faster and smoother than the DJ Boy. Graphics have improved with larger sprites, but have a lot less detail and animation than contemporaries like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons, and Capcom brawlers. The backgrounds look pretty good and they have some nice variations, but there are too many different types of enemies, with just a few types of standard thugs and bosses repeated. This lack of diversity makes the game repetitive very quickly. It is also a pretty tough and often cheap and frustrating brawler, and some occasional glitches can cause problems. Like the player not being able to turn to face an enemy, and enemies sometimes get stuck behind objects, making it difficult to continue. New to the series are weapons that both you and your foes can pick up, including baseball bats, pipes, bottles, burgers. You're making me hungry here. And even a mech suit. Unlike some similar games, an enemy doesn't need to be directly opposite you to strike with thrown objects, as they home in on your location. While adding to the gameplay, they lack variety to make things really interesting. There's also a new life bar, although, for some reason, it is obscured by your score, making it hard to read in the heat of battle. You gain an extra life by scoring between 1,000 and 4,000 points, depending on the difficulty set via the dip switches. Although if it's set to very hard, you're out of luck, sucker. No extra lives for you. No matter how many points you score, there are no extra lives. So get those quarters out. The controls have also been refined. There's now one attack button and one jump button. Although the number of attacks have increased from punches and kicks to elbows to the head and throws. Jumping and then attacking unleashes a flying kick, and pressing both buttons together performs a special attack on your choice mode of transport, such as a kick flip / skateboard drop kick, a spinning kick or flying kick. If you are knocked off your ride, you carry on wearing roller skates, getting a limited time to mount it again. Similar to DJ Boy, you'll be on the receiving end of a lot of pro wrestling moves, from gorilla presses to power bombs to spinning lariats. The first level sees you wheeling down a country road, beating on an assortment of thugs behind a flatbed truck carrying musical instruments, which try and crush you. Soon you stop at a cafe and anarchy breaks out. Weapons, balloons, and a ton of thugs. It's here that you begin to see a real departure from DJ Boy. With a lot more variety in the stages, the surrealism and dodgy stereotyping are still here. Someone that can only be described as a Mexican boxer appears as the boss. Level 2 is a roller coaster ride on logs, as hipster lumberjacks wearing sunglasses throw more musical instruments at you. The log derails. You fly through a theme park and immediately suit up as a mecha before entering a robot fight. You race through a European-style street in the third level, not only dealing with henchmen, but also bulls. Soon you reach a mansion for another face-off with the lumberjacks, and end up in a circus stage facing a female lion tamer and 2 lions. Roar! The next stage sees you on a log elevator. And the bosses from the first 2 levels before throwing you into a confrontation with 2 identical punk mechas, sadly, without your own suit. After that, it's a fight with a boxer, lumberjacks, and lion tamer before a do or die fight. If you have more than 1 player, you will have to face off with one another in battle to the death. The winner takes on the crime boss in a Mortal Kombat style arena. You get 1 life, sucker. That's right, you only get 1 chance to beat him. Otherwise, you have to start the fight all over again. You'll need a lot of luck and a lot of quarters. Get those quarters out again, sucker, as he is possibly the cheapest of all the enemies. Unfortunately, the game never received a home port, whether it was issues with the soundtrack or poor sales of the home version of DJ Boy or something else. It's a shame it never made a Sega CD, which would seem to have been a perfect home for it. There is B-Rap Boys. It's a tough game. They really made this one tough. It seems like they really wanted to take your quarters on this one, but I think you'll have a lot of fun with it if you try it. I think the graphics are cool. It's pretty neat. I like the different attacks you can do now in this game. You should check this out. B-Rap Boys, the sequel to DJ Boy. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button for me. If you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Turn that bell on. I thank you in advance. Until the next video, I will see ya.